Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday morning, September 15th at around 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Looking at the GFS model, we see heavy snow in the high country throughout the Northwest, where the mainstream claims they're going to see less and less snow, unless it's summer, I guess. And as we head into fall, this snow pattern does continue, as well as a cooling trend and a trough. If you're experiencing a heat wave in the southeast right now in just 8 days, you're going to be chilling, potentially even freeze warnings in the southern Appalachians Saturday, September 28th. Good news, 49 degrees, 48 degrees here, central Alabama. I'm sure you'll be loving that. Keep calm, it's boom time. Tropical storm Humberto is forecast to strengthen into a hurricane and affect no one. This is just a waste of paper, and we reported 36 hours ago that this storm is no threat. The GFS model showing snow as early as tonight up in British Columbia, and then Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana picking up some of the heavy stuff next over the weekend here, September 21st and 22nd. So we're going to be watching that pile up closely. And let's get through some of the nonsense coming out from Nature, one of the most unreliable sources. This headline has no facts in it. Arctic sea ice is at a near record low. But that's just one of the North's problems. Raging wildfires, melting ice in Greenland. The top of the world is screaming for help. And this just came out less than 48 hours ago, this article. U.S. forest area burn has decreased exponentially by 1/5. And I just recently did some research in here. The data from 1960, let's say, to 85 is incomplete. So this is a little higher, which would make this more of a smooth line down. Certainly not a crisis on forest area burned. And if we look at the sea ice thickness, the Arctic has turned up and has been growing ice now at 6 cubic kilometers of ice in the Arctic within the gray range. It hasn't left the gray range in 1, 2, 3, 4 months within the multi-decadal average. 4 months. The Arctic ice has been in multi-decadal average. And just 2 weeks ago, we've had some climate warriors that got stuck in that ice. And Greenland's melting. Only if you come check out the data from yesterday, there is no melting on Greenland. Yesterday alone, Greenland gained 4 gigatons of ice. Yesterday. And my goodness, since middle of August, Greenland hasn't lost 1 drop of ice. Gaining ice continuously since the middle of August. Not 1 drop of ice. And I guarantee that Greenland will not lose 1 drop of ice until sometime next May, which is where the first drop of ice was lost last year. So Greenland is gaining ice while nature is reporting on it melting. And if you come over here to the Danish Meteorological Institute Polar Portal, you can find out that nature.com is a liar. Or check all the other sources that we show. All links will be below. Australia's Perisher ski report is extending to October 13th, making 2019 the longest season on record for skiing in Australia. And the bomb over the last 5 years is reporting on no more snow on your continent. There will be no more snow. Your children will not know snow, except 2019 is the longest ski season on record. Let's talk about cosmic ray flux and the Spain floods. Some of the most tremendous volumes of water in history. Do that.
Madre mía.
rainfall on record for some regions. 6 people lost their lives as of today. It's not over there. Long recovery time. 6 earthquakes in 5 days reported near this western North Carolina town. And not only that, we got a strange quake coming out in East Berlin, Pennsylvania. This is on the Allentown Fault here. This is the Newark Basin, which is Triassic, and this is a normal fault, which would be indicative of the Earth getting larger. These fault grabens in this region would be starting to open up. Similar to the mid-ocean ridge spreading, there's a spreading effect inland here on the east coast of the U.S. in these Triassic basins. So we're going to be watching that earthquake activity closely. Interesting quake in Stockton, probably frac related. No other quakes of note. Largest quake on the building, 5.9 in Indonesia. And a 5.0 in the Reykjanes Ridge out there. So we're going to be watching the seismicity here. Sabancaya, worldwide volcano news update, puffing to 23,000 feet. Popo to the same height. And we have Shivalush waking up 36 hours ago, 17,000 foot puff. Nothing out of the ordinary. Is drinking milk unnatural? Well, if you drink unorganic milk, it's probably unnatural. Most milk is pasteurized, which is unnatural. You should be drinking raw milk, if any of it. Many people claim that milk kills you and does other things, but if you want the facts, this is a really good article, and if you can't read, you can just listen to it down here. But many people claim that milk is unhealthy, it's cruel, and it's unnatural. It's none of those things. If you get it from a good source and you drink it in moderation, there's a lot of facts to glean from this article. I won't go over it. If you're interested, links will be below. 5 edible plants you can forage in your backyard. And how to cook them, which is very important, with Lynn Landis. This is a hero in the wild foodies movement coming out of Philadelphia. She has one of the largest wild foodies meetup groups in the country. Thousands upon thousands of people are members. And she gives tours every year. She's been doing it for over a decade. I met her around 10 years ago in Fairmount Park. We've lost touch since I moved, but we were friends ever since we met that first day in the woods. And we were eating rhubarb and other wild edibles that are growing around in Philadelphia. This woman does not have a problem with eating things she doesn't know what they are, which is kind of amazing. She's an amazing woman, and if you want to know more about wild edibles and 5 edible plants you can forage in your backyard and learn how to cook them, come check out this article from the Philadelphia Inquirer. The first observations of a stable torus of a fluid's resonance frequencies has been observed. Did I say that twice? Check it out. The toroid field is, I believe, and many others, one of the basic structures in our universe. And if we consider the plasma scaling model, that would be at every level from the micro to the macro. Come check out the article. It's the feature of the day. Not only that, Tony Heller is the feature YouTuber of the day. 11 hours ago, he released a scathing report on Michael Mann at 5 minutes and 1 second, worth your time. World's worst scientist. And I had the audacity to go over to Michael Mann's Twitter page when I found out that Tony was banned and posted this video in maybe 180 of his comments. But by the time I had gotten to the 120th comment, I realized that I was blocked. So what I'm asking all of you to do is to help me out. Friend Michael Mann, if you haven't on Twitter, come get this Tony Heller video on Michael Mann, which he doesn't call out here, but it's called World's Worst Scientist, link below. And please flood his page in the comment section with that video so that you can be blocked, and it's so that we can get some people in his group to start to see what a fraud Mr. Hockey Stick actually is. Tony Heller is a hero. Michael Mann is a fraud. Maurice Strong started it all. The ultimate climate crook. If you want to know some of the founding fathers of the ruse, come check out this article here over at Quadrant Online about Maurice Strong, climate crook, who the man here in the picture, more than any other, redefined a trace gas as the meal ticket for tens of thousands of climate functionaries, including Michael Mann and his $1 million meal ticket, the hockey stick. Hope you got something out of the video. Frauds are everywhere. The media is playing a part. It's time to keep calm. We love you. Please share this video with like-minded people. And be safe.